2 o'clock we'll be having the final session. So 3:15 we will be closing the technical sessions. Okay. And we will have 15 minutes break. And 3:30 when you come back, you will be given your post-exit test survey. Exit survey will be given. You remember that initially you just finished one entry survey questionnaire, pre-test. So similarly, pre-training survey you have done. So at 3:30, we will be giving this for you to do post-training survey. So 1 hour time will be given for all of you to complete it. 3:30 to 4:30 will be the time, because there will be 80 questions. And also there will be one feedback form which will be given for you to fill it off. Number 2. Number 3, your action plan. 3 things you have to complete. So during that 1 hour, it is not mandatory that you have to be online. Though the meeting will be open, you can walk out after 3:30. 2 to 3:15, we will be having a technical session on legal framework, right? And 3:30, we will break for a break. So 3:30, we will share your link. There is no separate break and time. It is a 1 hour time. 3:30 to 4:30, all of you have to fill 3 things. Number 1, post-training survey. Number 2, feedback. Number 3, your action plan. Okay. So action plan, we will be adding as part of the feedback form itself as a separate section. So that you don't make multiple forms, but 2 forms, but 3 things. So everyone will fill 2 forms. One is post-training survey. Second is feedback. Feedback will also have action plan. Already I told you to write down yesterday what you will do at your family, what you will do for your school, and what you will do for your state. 3 things you have to put it. All the 3 links will be shared in the document. Yesterday we have shared it. All the main links we are giving, right? 3 links will be not put in Telegram group. Nobody should share it. In 2 places it will be shared. In the Zoom chat box, it will be shared. It will be reshared again and again for at least 15 minutes. First 15 minutes. All the 2 links together, it will be put there. The second thing is, already we have shared a doc file with everyone, and that link is available and it is pinned in the Telegram group. All important links. In that also, this 3 link will be there. So 3:30 to 4:30, everyone should complete. And again, 4:30, everyone should join for valedictory. In the valedictory, also there will be attendance. And it is mandatory for everyone to attend valedictory. Don't think that it's a valedictory, so I can just skip. Your final attendance is also important. We will only have valedictory within 4:30 to 5 o'clock. So during that time, we will be taking some group photos so that at least that last 30 minutes, everyone can ensure that you keep your video open so that we can at least have a picture of you that this is the person who attended the training. We don't want any robots who is sitting and attending this training. We want to know your face. Sometimes you come here, after some time you visit Delhi, we don't know who you are. So it would be good for us to have your photo. Okay. So 4:30 to 5, that will be our instruction. So I'm just repeating. Number 1, 2 to 3:30, we will have now technical session. Last technical session. 3:30 to 4 o'clock, including your break. 3:30 to 2 to 3:30, we will take 1 attendance. 3:30 to 4, 2 links will be given. One for post-training survey, second for your feedback. Feedback form will include action plan. So these 2 forms has to be filled by everyone. We will keep your assignments open. If you have not completed yet the assignment, complete it so that you close all your requirements. If you miss anything, please take this 1 hour and finish it. Your attendance for 3:30 to 4 will be taken from the forms itself. Okay? After that, 4:30, you will all join again for this meeting for valedictory. 4:30 to 5 p.m. will be our valedictory. And during the valedictory, a separate attendance will be taken. And where we will be sharing this post-training survey link as well as the feedback link. Both will be put in the chat box of Zoom. Number 2, it will be added to the doc file which is shared. It will not be put in the Telegram group. So everyone should be able to access that doc file, because before, in the future also, all the extended learning materials will be added inside that doc file. Right? So that is one important thing for everyone. So I think this is clear, and some friends have just joined. So those who are clear, if anybody has a query, please raise your hand. I have 4 minutes to address your query. If you don't have questions, I'm repeating it for the last third time. 2 to 3:30, you will have a technical session on legal framework, and there will be attendance as part of it. 3:30 to 4:30, you have to fill feedback and the post-training survey. And if there is anything which you haven't done still now, if you have not done training assignment submission, formative 1, formative 2, all these links will be available in your doc file. Okay? The doc file which we have shared, we will put everything. You have to fill everything. Whichever you didn't complete, please complete it. Formative 1 and 2, since you didn't complete on time, we will not take it immediately. If there is only requirement for moderation, we will consider that. So, but still, if you have left out, this is the last opportunity for you. If all this are done, if you have missed some attendance, it will be moderated. Okay? So, all whatever you have not completed, complete it during that 1 hour. That's a time for you to complete it. And 4:30 to 5, all the forms will be closed by 4:30. All the forms will be closed by 5 today. 4:30 to 5, we will be having a separate valedictory, and during that time, separate attendance will be taken. Some of you have questioned, asking that when will be the final assessment. All the details of the final assessment will be given during the valedictory. So everyone, please be part of it, and let us complete all the work on time. Any questions, you can raise your hand. Whether RP has come. Sir, Jagyashini Das, so you have a question?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I wanted to ask about the action plan one. In that one, do we have to make it in docs and then submit it, or
in the Google form itself, there will be a long question option. So you have to just type it there. So you can type and keep it, just copy and paste it.
Okay.
Okay. You can directly type also, but typing will take time. So you can type and keep it. Yesterday it was told to keep it ready, so that can be pasted. Yeah.
Okay. There would be about action plan about what we are going to say to our family.
3 things. One is to your family, to your organization, then what you can contribute to others. Maybe in your blog, district, state, whichever it is. Right?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Any other queries from anybody? So we are already having our RP has joined. Jitendra sir, you are able to hear us. Can you please?
Ma'am, there is some issue with the network. He's joining. He'll just update in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Acha.
Any other questions?
Ma'am, when will be the certification test will be held?
That will be given during the valedictory, sir. The information regarding your final examination for the certification will be given during the valedictory.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
And the thing is, like next 29th to 31st, we are having the second batch in Hindi version. So next, anybody who has missed the first, because some of you have joined, KV teachers have not joined on the first day. So that teachers have to attend the sessions in the second batch. If you do not attend, you will not get certificate. And if anybody majorly missed, if you feel that you have given attendance, you have given 1 or 2 attendance you have missed, don't worry about it. We will be checking your attendance from Zoom. If you have joined in Zoom, you have not filled 1 or 2 attendance. But if there are people who is all the time telling I missed a technical glitch, but we can easily trace out when they joined, when they left. They have not even joined the meeting. Only they are coming for attendance. After the time, they miss it and they write it. If you are so smart, technology is smarter than you. Right? So we have technology with us. That's why we are conducting this program in Zoom. So all of us have to understand, let us not do this. It is not an ethically accepted behavior. Yeah. Sir, Jitendra sir, is things okay? Are you able to unmute yourself to speak? Doc file link will be shared again.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. We can hear you. Sir, can you also, you're able to open the video as well, sir?
Yeah, it's right, ma'am.
Yes, sir. So we are able to see you.
Hope it is clear now.
You can share the presentation, sir, once we can check it out. So if there is any technical issue. Yes. Sir, it's full screen, please. Yes, it's all done. It's ready to go. Sir, can you please stop sharing for a minute so that we can put your banner and then we will just start. Can I request the team to put the banner? So I take this time to welcome Mr. Jitendra, who is an Assistant Commandant in I4C Ministry of Home Affairs. So we have partnership. NCERT works with I4C Ministry of Home Affairs in various aspects. Sorry, when you are talking about it, if you can just tell at least 2-3 details about what is I4C, it would also help them to understand. We have never introduced it. So why it is and purpose, if you can just introduce it, it would help us. And this particular team is working towards cyber safety and cyber crime management. Like they take care of the whole country's cyber crime, addressing the issues and all that. So sir will give you a little brief about it. But they are here with us. That itself is a great thing for us because they are with us to share the authentic information. We are listening from the right people, because rather than just seeing in web, it is better to listen to the right people. So thank you so much, sir. I request now Ms. Sejal to introduce Mr. Jitendra. After that, it will be handed over to sir. Yes, Sejal.
Welcome back, everyone. Good afternoon. So the next session is on legal frameworks for cybersecurity, and this session will be taken up by Shri Jitendra Singh, Assistant Commandant I4C MHA. So he has been working with I4C since 2020, and he is specializing in cryptocurrency investigation and digital finance transactions. He provides expertise to law enforcement agencies nationwide on legal aspects of cybercrime and investigation frameworks, and utilizes advanced digital forensic techniques for evidence collection and analysis. Extensive experiences with He has extensive experiences with Delhi Police and Enforcement Directorate as well, and has led investigations for over 25 years covering financial crimes, cyber crimes, murders, narcotics, corruption, and forgery. And he has also been involved in cyber training and coordination, and has conducted cyber training at specialized centers, enhancing law enforcement, cyber threat capabilities, and other agencies. Welcome, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving this platform. First of all, I want to correct the information related to me. I'm not Assistant Commandant. I'm Assistant Commissioner of Police. My base is from the Law Enforcement Agency of Delhi Police. I have joined Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center in 2020 and looking after the I4C joint coordination among the states and the UTs. Parallelly, I look after the legal framework of the cybercrime investigations. Let me share my presentation. So what the mandate has been given to me today. Hope the PPT is visible to all. Can anyone say about this?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear.
Thank you very much. Let's give me a brief about I4C Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center. Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center is an organization of Ministry of Home Affairs to coordinate and cooperate among the stakeholders and the law enforcement agencies to tackle the cybercrime. What are the constraints, challenges which are faced by the law enforcement agencies as to be dealt by I4C at policy level, and assist them in investigations, prosecution investigations, detections. A framework ecosystem of cybercrime is being monitored holistically by the I4C. As we have already discussed in previous meetings also, that we provide a platform to register online complaints to all the citizens of the country. So far, more than 22 lakh complaints. This has reached to now 38 lakhs, I think so. And the amount has reached to 1200 crores out of 10,000 crores. Over 50% crimes reported are financial frauds. Average complaints reported daily is 4,000. To the fact that cybercrime definition is not defined in any books or any law. Cybercrime does not have any definition. But we say that any crime which is cyber enabled is known as cybercrime. Wherever information computer technology is used and a crime is committed, that is cybercrime. And especially in relating to child abuse or in a child as a context, we have made several provisions in the law to deal with this kind of situations and scenarios. So recently, new laws has been introduced wherein Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita has provided some new provisions related to children and the abuse of the children, which were not available in the Information Technology Act. Some provisions are in IT Act, some provisions are in Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. and it is covered in POCSO Act. So we have a robust system in the country to deal with this situation, and the threats originating online for children have various categories. Harassment of the child is done in several ways. Cyberbullying is one of category there. Cyber stalking is there. Trolling is there. Exclusion and groups shaming is there. Online hate speech is one of the category. Denigration or hate campaigns are launched on social media platforms. Sexting is a serious issue. Slander or defamation. Doxing is a kind of pattern which is noticed searching and processing of personal information of a person. Violation of personally identified informations. Personal identified informations means whatever, any information which can connect a person or identify that person is called personal identified information, like any photo ID proofs or any date of birth, any information in the digital form which can connect a person or can identify a person is called personally identified information. And some crimes has been reported in this related to violation of PII. This is identity theft, which is already covered under IT Act. Cyber impersonation is also covered. Cyber invasion of privacy is also covered. Doxing and searching and processing is also covered in IT Act. Other crimes which are reported to on our platforms are online grooming, gaming and online gaming, exploitation, exposure to inappropriate content, phishing and social engineering. Give me a second, please. Some urgent issue is there. I'm sorry, there was an urgent matter for this. I have to deal with it. Cyberbullying in some cases, you see, in the recent past, we have noticed some cases related to that. That is Blue Whale Challenge. Earlier, various suicides had taken place in the country. Instagram cyberbullying case in Kerala was reported. Online grooming and child exploitation cases. Online harassment on social media. Rumors and fake news, very prevalent. Deep fake is one of the issues related to rumors and fake news. TikTok cyberbullying case, Mumbai. This was also a nuisance in the country, which was blocked by I4C later. WhatsApp group bullying in Karnataka. Online game addiction and harassment. Social media impersonation, body shaming and image-based harassments. Online shaming and public humiliation. This is some kind of cybercrime is reported on our portal related to child abuse. These are some categories which we have noticed. Cyberbullying prevention. First of all, we have to focus on we have to educate our children how to maintain a cyber hygiene on the systems and digital media and on online platforms. It is very necessary to make them understand that how to maintain the cyber hygiene and what has to be shared and what has not to be shared on the online platforms. It is a habit of the children that they frequently uploads their informations on various social media platforms. It should be deprived at all. It should not be used. Any kind of information should not be used on online unless until it is not necessary. If it is connecting somewhere you, or it is connecting somewhere your family, or identifying yourself, that you should not put it on online social media platforms. Established rules and guidelines are being framed by the Government of India, and some kind of standard operating procedures and other methods has to be adopted in the organization to prevent this kind of offenses. Supervise online activities. This has to be done by the IT people wherever any big organization is there, like schools, colleges, or wherever the joint common networks are used. It has to be monitored that what kind of activities is going on through the network. And in the family level also, we can monitor this kind of activities at home also. Teach supervision online activities is the one thing. Teach digital citizenship. These are some preventions which is necessary for cyberbullying and other kind of offences related to child abuse. And encourage reporting. Since we don't, we always save ourselves to any kind of reporting on the platforms. So we have already provided an online platform, NCRP, National Cybercrime Reporting Platform, wherein anonymously, without disclosing the name of the victim, the complaint can be made. This, if one reported is done, then the police can take action, and the measures can be adopted to cure it in future. Without reporting and without the information and data, it is not easy to understand the situation going in the society and what is happening with a victim or a child. It is a good to always put informations and report the complaint on NCRP portals, or wherever the complaint mechanism is there, or a grievance mechanism is there, the reporting should be mandatory. Foster a positive school environment, and we this is the authorities of the college and schools which has to maintain this environment, and we have to monitor activities of the children and also keep an eye on the behaviors of the children. Although there is a provisions in the schools and colleges to learn all these things, counselors are appointed in every school, doctors are appointed, and the teachers are also trained in relation to this kind of activities to how to deal with these incidents. Promote empathy and understanding, and build resilience, create safe online spaces, engage with technology together, stay informed. These are some parameters or measures where we can prevent the cyberbullying or cyber abuse for a child. Some provisions are there in the laws when we can cover and also punish the perpetrators of this online abuse. Section 43A is in compensation for breach of privacy in data. If any kind of information which is breached or has been stolen, or any breach information which is hacked, which is related to you, and it has to be in the possession of any or custody of any person who has a legal custody, but that has been breached, you can file a compensation under Section 3A of IT Act. You file an application with Secretary IT. Every state having a Secretary IT, Information Technology, who is authorized to attend this kind of compensation applications and the maximum compensation given is 5 crores rupees, from 1 crore to 5 crore rupees. Whatever the loss has been caused, that can be cured through the compensation. Section 66 is a criminal offense, violation of any privacy of any person. The provisions are there. If is any breach of privacy for his physical body, then this section can be covered. 66E provides the information. 67E, punishment for publishing or transmitting official material in electronic form, is another provisions which is provided. Sorry, it is 67B. As a for child, it is related to many. I will cover it in my further slides also. Other provisions are available in protection of children from sexual offences. POCSO Act is there. Indian Penal Code was already having the provisions related to defamation, intimidation, some kind of gestures, stalking. Stalking has been added by the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita recently. New provisions has been added. Any kind of stalking is done online. That is covered under 79 Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, recently added. And blocking and removal, this is one of the issue which has been noticed by the IFOC. For the information of the all members who have joined this today and participants, under section 79(3)(b), states has notified their officers. One officer is notified by the state authorities for removal of contents from the online media. So everyone should note this, that if you report any kind of complaint on NCRP portal, the officer who is dealing the exercising the powers under 79(3)(b) can issue orders to the concerned platform for removal of that content and take down of that content also. So whenever you notice any kind of links or an online resource on any platforms that this is in violation of the law related to a child, always report that link or the content on NCRP portal. It will be automatically dealt by the concerned police station, or you can also report on the NCRP portal. That will be taken down. Otherwise, also, if you notice some kind of activities on content, you can directly approach to the nearest cyber police station. They will get an order issued under 79(3)(b) and get the content take down. Other remedies, that court orders can be taken immediately. In some situation, it is noticed that some contents are available which is not in the control and domain of Indian jurisdiction. Then what we suggest that to go apply in the court, lodge an application on the NCRP portal and ask the police officer to get a court order. If on the court order issued, the entire content and information will be taken down at the gateway level of Indian jurisdiction. For compensation also, you can file civil lawsuits also. Provisions are there. Notification, I have already clarified that notification has been done by the every state to take down the contents which is available on online. Trolling is in a form of cyberbullying where individual deliberately posts offensive, inflammatory, or provocative content online with the intent of provoking reactions or upsetting others. Any kind of content or any information which is deliberately posted, which makes the other person feel offensive or inflammatory or provocative content is there to provoke that person, aiding the provoke that person, instigating that person. Trolls often use humor, sarcasm, or insults to get reaction from their targets. In school children, trolling can be particularly harmful and damaging to children's mental and emotional well-beings. Some ingredients of this trolling is mockery and ridicule, false rumors and gossips, isolation and exclusion, personal attacks, manipulative behaviors, cyber mobbing, persistent harassment. Some of the cases which has been reported in the past related to trolling is the death of a Mumbai teenager. A 17-year-old from Mumbai committed suicide after being cyberbullied and harassed on a social media network site. The case highlighted the seriousness of the consequences of cyberbullying. Suicide of a Bangalore school girl. A 13-year-old school girl from Bangalore committed suicide after being cyberbullied and harassed by her classmates. The incident raised concern about cyberbullying among children. Cyberbullying of a Delhi University student in 2016, a female student from Delhi University faced severe cyberbullying and trolling after she initiated a social media campaign against the high-handedness of the political group. The incident shed light on the online harassment faced by young activists and individuals expressing their opinions. These are the few incidents, but regularly we see this kind of incident reporting. I request the education institution and this platform and the members who have joined this webinar or this VC, there should be some kind of mechanism in the institutions, school institutions or college institutions, wherein anonymous application system or grievance system should be provided to the children who are facing this kind of harassments. Or you create an online platform on your website of that college or a school and give a grievance portal and grievance interface to report anonymously related to any kind of this kind of activities, because children don't come forward in this kind of situations. They are shy and keep on continuing with this offenses. So it is a one good practice to give a grievance mechanism on an interface on the websites or on a social media platforms. Restricted social media platforms can be also provided to the children so that can report any harassment is caused to them. Trolling prevention can be done through education and awareness. Promote digital literacy is important for that. Encourage positive online behavior. Report and block trolls. Online platform responsibility. Promote civil disclosure. Legal measures should be taken immediately. Community building should be done. Media literacy in schools. Mental health support. Parental guidance and monitoring. Some measures to prevent the trolling. We can follow these practices. Offenses, legal remedies available related to trolling is section 66C. Identity theft is there. Wherever any kind of information which is related to you and has been stolen and used against that person covers under 66C of identity theft. 66D is if your information is stolen and used by some other person and depicting your photographs or any of information which is stolen from your resource, and he is using that, is also covered under personation 66D. 67 is also covered the transmission of obscene materials in electronic form. 67A is punishment for publishing or transmitting of material containing sexual explicit electronic forms. 67B covers the children related to it is related to the child. Punishment for publishing or transmitting of material will cover this in broader aspect in future slides. Section 72, breach of confidentiality and privacy, is covered under ITE Act. New provisions has been notified now under Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Defamation is there, and insulting the modesty of women is also covered under some provisions of law. Defamation, protection of children is covered under POCSO Act. Civil remedies available related to trolling. Online hate speech. Says targeting school children is a concerning issue globally, including in India. Hate speech involves any form of communication, speech, gesture, conduct, or writing that may insult, threaten, or demean a person or a group based on attributes such as religion, race, ethnicity, nationality, gender, or other characteristics. This is another issue prevalent in the schools and among the groups wherein remote areas we have noticed this kind of practices. Children are facing this kind of harassment. So we should take care of this online hate speeches, and a social media monitoring team should be available for organization like NCERT and this big institution CBSE. They should have their own social media scrolling teams, monitoring teams. Wherever this kind of practices is found, action can be taken and reporting can be done, so moto by the organizations. Online hate speech legal remedies can be covered under 196 of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Latest law has been notified. 299 Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita Deliberate Malice Act intended to outrage religious feeling of any class. Provisions are there. Representation of People's Act is also covering this kind of prohibition. Criminal Procedure Code also provides security for keeping the peace in other cases. Wherever this kind of practices are noticed, warnings can be given, and execution of affidavits and this can be taken from the person under section 107 of CRPC. Sexting involves the sharing of sexual explicit messages, images, or videos. When it involves minors, particularly school children, it raises legal and ethical issues. Some important points are there. Legal perspective, protection of children from POCSO is also covering this kind of offences. Indian Penal Code is also covering recently. Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita is also covering. New provisions are there. Information Technology Act is already covering under 66. 60E and 67 section both are there. Consequences for minor engaging in sexting might not fully comprehend the legal complication, which can lead to serious consequences. Already at world level, NCMU is in one platform wherein this kind of activity is monitored by the US teams, and all social media platforms have been rules and regulation has been framed by IT Act related to this kind of practices, wherein the social media platforms so much to have to take action against this kind of practices which are available against the child content, CSAM content. The recent provisions by Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which is introduced age-based classification of rape victims from IPC and POCSO and prescribe different sentencing option for the rape of minor. That is covered under section 2. For the offences committed by 18, 16 and 12, three categories have been made in this for the rape of minors. And as per the categories, the punishments has also been defined separately. Section 72 of BNS introduced a new offence of gang rape of a woman under 18 years of age. This has been reported, various offences has been reported in the country related to this kind of practices. A section 70 subclause 2 is introduced for this. Any woman which is under 18 years of age is not an adult can place a complaint under this provisions. Section 95 of the BNS punishes a person who hires, employs or engages any person below the age of 18 years to commit an offence. This offence has been added, provisions has been added in the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita recently. Section 135 of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita proposed to make kidnapping of all children below 18 years of age an offence as per the official explanation. Clause 141 in the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita covered the offence of importing into India any girl under the age of 21 years or a boy under the age of 18 years. If these are brought into our country and forced or seduced to illicit sexual act or another person, then this is covered under section 141 of the Nyaya Sanhita. These are the new provisions which has been brought in the new laws. Now, 67A of IT Act covers the publishing or transmitting. Publishing or transmitting. Publishing or transmitting covers any communication channel. Information communication technology is being used for the purpose of publishing or transmitting, or caused to be published or transmitted in electronic form. Any material which contains sexually explicit act or conduct shall be punished for conviction. Punishment first is 5 years and the subsequent will be 7 years of punishment with a fine of 10 lakh rupees. This is related to the child and children. Wherever any explicit act, material depicting children is posted or published, any created text or digital images collects, seeks, browses, downloads, advertises, promotes, exchange, or distributes material in electronic form. Everything has been covered in subclause B. You can see here. Creating a text, digital images, collects any collection of that material, seeks any order is sought from any person. Browsing is also an offense. Downloading is also an offense. Advertising is also an offense. Promoting of such kind of activity is an offense. Exchanges or distributes material in electronic form, which contains a material depicting children in obscene or indecent sexual. This is covered under IT Act. Next, provisions cover to cultivate, entices, or induces a child. Abusing children online, records in an electronic form or on abuse, or that particularly recording is also an offense. Slander and defamation. Slander is a form of defamation which involves making false spoken statements about someone with the intention of damaging their reputation. When it comes to school children or minors, slander or defamation can occur if false and defamation damaging statements are spoken or orally spread about them. Civil remedies are there. Filing a civil suit, monetary compensation, apology and retraction, criminal remedies are there. Filing a criminal complaint, online platform and social media information technology act. Online grooming is one of the offenses which has been noticed now. Also known as child grooming, involves building an emotional connection and trust with a child online with the intention of sexually exploiting or abusing them. In India, as in many other countries, online grooming is a serious concern due to the increased use of internet and social media by children and adolescents. Communicating and trust building, manipulation and deception is there. Sexual exploitation is done for the children. Isolation and control is made. Long-term exploitation is this kind of practices we have seen in digital arrest. Recently, there are a lot of practices of digital arrest from the foreign countries, wherein children are asked to close their rooms and they have been threatened with dire consequences. The child himself put into the digital custody. He is always asked to stay in front of the webcams, and they used to scan the rooms if anyone is available there or not. And then the child is asked to sit in front of the camera. And this kind of grooming is done. Prevention for this is open communication with the children, educate the children related to this, establish boundaries. We should stay in touch with the law enforcement agencies. What kind of reporting is done in the country related to the child abuse should be immediately taken up by the agencies and the organizations, and the children should be educated related to this. Privacy setting and controls. This is a monitoring of networks and the systems used by the child. Monitor online activities, teach critical thinking, promote safe friendship. The child should be aware that whom to allow see his online social media platforms and profiles, and whom to not. He should be taught how to behave on the online platforms, social media platforms. Special training should be given to the children. How to maintain the cyber hygiene on social media platforms, how to secure their profiles, how to maintain their privacy, how to save their information on the social media platforms. Special workshops should be organized related to this, because children are themselves inquisitive to explore such kind of things and land into wrong places. Reporting mechanism should be there, as I already said this. Digital literacy programs, online supervisions, empowerment and self-confidence, safety, cyberbullying, creating a supportive environment. Legal measures we have already discussed under IPC, POCSO Act and Information Technology Act covers under this online grooming. Gambling Gambling and online gaming. This is also other nuisance which is prevalent among the students. They always prefer to play online games. And this online games are always hosted and launched by the foreign countries of concern. And they provide free tokens and free availability of this kind of gaming and websites. They want to understand the behaviors of patterns of our children of our country. They are learning the behaviors and patterns of our races. They provide free gambling sites, online gaming sites to play. And the children are very frequently, I've noticed various incidents where children were found playing online games that were the paid games. If they ask that from where have they been getting the subscriptions related to this play games, then they said that Telegram channels and social media platforms are available, groups are available. From there, they are getting the subscriptions freely. So we should also monitor this kind of activities among the children, from where they are getting the subscriptions and how they are paid. And whatever sites are available who are providing social media platforms and channels are available where are providing subscription freely, it should be reported on the NCRP portal immediately. And gambling and online gaming, there is a very sleek difference between both. First of all, they take you to online gaming. Slowly, it takes you to the gambling. And the child started playing and gamble the things. And he used to steal things from the home and steal money also. And some kind of wagering activities also make him to do betting or wagering money. Whereas game of chance and game of skill should be taught to the student, which is the game of skill and what is the game of chance. And what else unpredictable outcomes is there. The child should know what is the difference between a gaming and gambling. Slowly, gradually what happens, the child used to play and he's led to some kind of task, and the task, they give some kind of tokens or any kind of compensation to the child and a reward to the child. That rewards are further used for the purpose of gambling. This offenses are covered under Gambling Act. State and local laws are also there. Information Technology Act also covers this kind of activities. Gaming prevention education is must. Parental guidance and monitoring, communication, educational material, peer education, cyber ethics and digital citizenship, counseling and support, parent-teacher workshops, screen time management, blocking gambling sites, promote alternative activities, gaming classification, rating, online safety workshops. Personal identification information. We should teach our students and the children at home also that what are the personal information, any kind of biometrics, social security numbers, geographical information, any kind of location, wherever you are present should not be shared with any kind of online application or websites. Phone, fax numbers, account numbers, addresses, vehicle or license numbers, birth date, Aadhaar card, any ID proofs, emails, medical health and plan information. These are all private, which is covered under PII. So if any website is asking for this kind of information, we have to think why this information is asked by this website, whether it is justified or not. We have technically analyzed in I4C that various applications are taking unnecessary permissions or escalations of information from the mobile phones of an individual person. And they also hack your entire information and gather your information and take on the servers, which is not as per the policy and the terms and condition of that application. Government issued identification, you can see these are the personal data, which is critical information. It should not be shared easily with any person. If any website is asking related all this information, that we should get an alert that this is not the right website where we can share this information. To be this education should be given to the children that personal information should not be shared on any website or any online platforms. which can be used for any other misuse of that identity. Salient features of DPDP Act, this latest new Data Prevention and Privacy Act has been enforced in the country in 2023. The consent is required from the person who is holding that information, who relate to that person whose information is that. Unless until consent is not given, that information cannot be used by any person. Transparent use and lawful use of that information is also described and defined under DPDP Act. The principle of purpose limitation. Why minimum information should be stored and taken by the data principles, from the data principle. Data minimization means minimum information should be taken by online by any website or an organization. Whenever a justified information is required, that should be taken in a unnecessary manner, or which is not required for the purpose of that any work or that modus. It should not be given to in scramble manner, that whatever information it is asking, keep on putting on that information, and that is storing in their servers. And later we found that data breach has taken place, and all your passwords, everything information is available on the darknets and the social media platforms. Data accuracy, principle of data accuracy. Accuracy of data should be there. Storage limitation should be there. What should the time limit of that? For how long period it has to be stored? And after a certain period, it has to be deleted and removed from the servers also. All these practices of data privacy is covered under DPDP Act. Salient features of DPDP Act is security safeguards to prevent personal data breach, to intimate personal data breaches to the affected data principal and data protection board is constituted. The erase personal data when it is no longer needed for the specified purpose. It is you can say applicable to the organization which is having personal information of a person. DPDP Act applies to all the organization which is processing the data of individual persons. Grievance redressal system is also in place. Data fiduciary notified as significant data fiduciary such appointed a data auditor conducting periodic data production impact. This kind of practice is applicable to all the organization which is storing the informations. Now, this is a questionnaire session. If anyone want to have any question, the platform is open, and we are ready to answer the questions.
Thank you for the presentation, sir. I would like the participants to raise their hand if they want to ask any question.
Let me make it clear to we have prepared some kind of questionnaires how to report a cybercrime related to child abuse. There is a mechanism of NCRP portal, National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, online portal, wherein anonymously you can lodge in a complaint, or if you want to track down that complaint, then you have to lodge in put your names and particulars in the complaint. Then you can also monitor that. If you don't want to monitor anonymously, you can file in a complaint on NCRP portal, or you can go to any cyber police station and lodge your complaint there. Legal provision in India for child abuse, we have already discussed a lot of issues in provisions provided in POCSO Act. Stalking is provided in recently in Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, and provisions related to victims. Now a new clause has been added, a new definition of victim has been added in the new laws, and certain rights has been given to the victim. The police officers or the agencies or the court, everyone has been directed, and provisions has been given in the new laws that any information which is required on victim, which was already given to the complainant in the form of a complainant, now will be given to the victim also. Compensation is also provided now to the victim. A victim has a certain rights wherein he can go to the court and seek some remedies, and also have a compensation, ask for the rights which is available in the law. He will be intimated each and every step of the investigations being taken by the police officer in time-bound manners. And in each and every stage of trial, the victim should be intimated. What new agencies who deal cybercrime related to child abuse are every state have a cyber police station in their jurisdiction. Every district have a cyber police station. Cities have more than 2 or 3 police stations. So in states, every state have a police station in each district, cyber police station. You can go there and lodge your complaint. And we already provided online facility to lodge a complaint, or you can call a 1930 call center also. If you are not able to reach, network is not available, you can directly call to 1930. It will land to your concerned call center of that area, and report will be lost.
Sir, may I ask a question if audible?
Yeah, please carry on.
Sir, there are cyber police stations in each district, but when we went there, actually they, even if you write the application, they don't, take it seriously. It is what I have observed myself, because somehow we go to some cyber police station and they are, 1 or 2 person allotted there. Sometimes they are not there, and even if we give the application, they don't take so much seriously.
Ma'am, I request you to line call 1930. That is the best mechanism to lodge a complaint. And 1930 is the best mode of reporting a complaint instead of visiting physical. Physical mode is kept there because they take an application and keep it in a dormant manner. If a complaint is lodged on 1930 or NCRP portal, they are bound to comply that directions, and they have to take action on that. अगर आप physically आप जाते हैं तो physically एक application आपका लेके वो रख लेंगे, that will not be entered into records. I suggest always to go call on 1930 or lodge any complaint on 1930. Then they are answerable and accountable for the complaint then.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
One question that I have.
Yeah, please.
If this, okay, I will talk later.
Yeah, please, you can.
Carry on, ma'am. Carry on. After that, after completion, after clearing your doubt, I will carry on. You carry on, please.
Yeah, please carry on.
Hello.
Yeah, sir.
Sir, what is the role of potency in dealing child-related offense in India?
I'm not able to understand your question. Madam, can you repeat this question? What is the question?
What is the role of potency in dealing child-related offenses?
Okay. I4C.
I4C.
See, we have a separate division here related to monitoring of the child abuse. We have a social media team here. We monitors, and we have a special vertical called NCMU, which is creating awareness among the schools and institutions. We also get data from the US also, agencies also. We circulate that data in the states for taking action in this. We are the coordination body among the states and the US bodies. The nodal agency of India is CBI, but I4C is helping in coordination of this kind of offenses.
Thank you.
Any kind of takedown is done, any kind of content which is to be removed from the online websites. We have a certain provisions in our organizations.
Especially in schools, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir, I am Mohammed Sarsar from Lakshadweep. I want a clarity in, is my voice audible, sir?
Audible, please.
Okay, thank you. I want a clarity in DPDP Act 2023. What is DPDP stands for, and I need some more.
This is data privacy law. This is data privacy law. Data protection, data privacy.
Data prevention and data privacy.
Protection.
Okay.
This is Digital Personal Data Protection Act, which is personal information which is to be protected, and thus the liability goes on the organization which is processing it. Yeah, please carry on.
Suppose if someone is not authorized, if the person manipulates cars of the other officials, then under what section can the person be booked?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes, sir. I repeat the question. Suppose if a person, an official who is not authorized to access the ACR or the APAR of the other officials, if he manipulates, somehow he gets the password, and if he manipulates, then under what section can he be booked?
Okay, this kind of practices are covered under 66 of Information Technology Act, read with section 43 of IT Act, wherein 66 will cover the portion he has stolen your identity and information, and 66B will cover identity stolen identity of your personal information, and section 43A will provide you the compensation. There are two offenses in this. One is hacking, one is in civil act, one is criminal act. One, he has stolen your identity, that is comes under 66B of IT Act. FIR will be lost, and for that you can seek for the compensation also. Under section 43A of IT Act, you can file an application with IT Secretary. Whatever losses has been caused and damages has been caused to you can be covered under compensation also.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Mr. Prakash, you can ask your question now.
Sir, I have one question. Are you audible, sir?
Yeah, please carry on.
How to handle an incident of child abuse reported to initiation, sir?
I think so.
How to handle an incident of child about
How to handle an incident of child abuse reported to an institution? You mean to say this? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. First of all, that counseling is must. You should take consensus with his parents, call his parents, take the consensus, and report the incident immediately on NCRP portal. Call 1930. Call 1930, and also take a help of NGO also. Child NGOs.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
From NCRT, Jagyaseni Das, you can ask your question now.
Good afternoon, sir. I wanted to ask, in urban areas, there are facilities where, as a counselor, as teachers, in different ways, we can inform students, aware students about cybersecurity. But what about rural areas where there is no such facilities are there, or even if it is there, it is very limited? How their kids who are facing child abuse to deal with such situation? Because in many ways, NGOs go there, do awareness programs, but it is for some limited period of time. But after that, whoever is facing, they don't know how to deal with it, or whom to connect, or whom to contact. And in how such way? 1930 is not always available. So there are such times where kids do face these things and they are unable to. And even if there is a FIR or any kind of complaint retained in it, in police stations or near stations, it is going in vain, because there are many such cases are there which are not being solved till now. So what is a way that in such situation people can deal with it?
Madam, first of all, the new provisions in the country has been added to the Bharat Nyaya Sanhita that any crime which is reporting in any place in India can be reported in any police station. No one can challenge the jurisdiction of that. Zero fire provision has been added recently now. A fire is immediately executed if any case is reported related to child abuse. If any kind of delay is caused in child abuse related complaint or an FIR, the officer will be punished in this. there is straightaway direction of Honorable Supreme Court that any complaint related to a woman or a children, if it is reported to a police station, immediately a FIR should be lodged. If this kind of practices is not been followed by any police officer, you can immediately complain to the senior officers. They will be punished for this.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
This is Vikas Kul from Sikkim. I just want to know that what is the time duration that NCR have to complete the case or complaint which is registered in the portal and give the full details to the complainant.
The complaint details are already filled up in that. Complaint details are there are the columns available in the NCRP complaint. Every kind of detail is short in that forms. You fill up the forms and submit it. And all the status of your complaint will be added in your complaint. You can monitor your complaint. What action has been taken in that complaint.
Okay. Can we have some specific time duration that the
time duration? See, time once information is received, there is no time gap is there. The police has to take action on that.
Okay. Thank you.
Manik Kumar Rai from Sikkim, please ask your question.
Hello. Sundar. Hello.
Yes, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, please carry on.
In the presentation, we came across various legal provisions regarding cyber crimes, right, sir? So my question is that, sir, is there any kind of legal provisions if the cyber crimes like cyberbullying and trolling
See, whatever the question what you are depicting is already covered on the slides. We have mentioned various sections and the provisions related to different acts. I will share the slides with the concerned team organizing committee. They will share this slides with you. You can see the slides, and the provisions are already elaborated in this.
So on minors also, sir?
Every minors. Minors is under 12 also, under 16 also, under 18 also. Action separate offenses. Kindly mute yourself.
Mr. P. Bhaskar from Andhra Pradesh, kindly ask your question.
Madam, we'll take a last question, I think so. I have another meeting at 3
Sure, sir.
Is parallelly running. If any specific question is there, please come forward.
I think the participants have asked their questions. There are no more hands raised as of now. Thank you for such an informative session, sir. We got to learn a lot about the laws related to cyber safety and security. Thank you so much, sir, for contributing.
I'm putting my email ID and my mobile number. If any have a question, they can drop in a message to me. I will reply that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So the attendance link will be posted in another 2 minutes. Kindly.
There is any questions, kindly raise your hand. If there is any questions, we request the participants to kindly raise your hand so that we can take up your questions.